Hello and welcome back to our latest edition of West Coast XC. I am your host, Ken Martinez. And if you're watching this episode, that means you're probably watching it on YouTube. If you wouldn't mind clicking on the subscribe button, that really helps. And if you're listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify, please follow. That's also very helpful too. In this week's episode, we will be talking with Thor Esbensen of IW Wells, as we will do a preview of Oregon athletes and some teams that we should keep an eye on for the fall season of cross country. Speaking of the fall season of cross country, today is season 3, episode 1, as we are focusing now on cross country, and we are looking forward to this season coming up. We have Russell Moore up in Washington and Todd Takubo down in California helping us out too. And so look forward to all our coverage of everything West Coast. Before we get too excited about cross country, I went to a track meet last weekend at Lewis and Clark College, and it was called the Stumptown Twilight, and it featured just distance events, 1,500, 800, 3,000 steeplechase, 5,000. Some of the highlights included Brandon Miller of Brooks Beast, who's having an amazing, crazy season. He attempted the 600-meter world record. He came up short, but it was still pretty fun to watch another world record attempt this summer. You'll also see in the photo galleries the 4x4 relay with, this was partially put on by Wildwood Running. They had girls, younger girls, high school girls, and elite women that had run their races. So check out the gallery for those great photos. And we're also wrapping up our summer practice photos and interviews that we've done with the athletes. And the first interview that you're going to see is with Sacred Heart Cathedral. It's a high school in San Francisco, Division 5 school. Todd Takubo went to their practice and took pictures of them doing hill repeats at Strawberry Hill in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. Then they interviewed the athletes at Kezar Stadium in San Francisco. I'm an old-time sports fan. That's the old 49ers stadium back from the 50s and 60s, and they've redone this stadium, so it's a nice community track. So let's check out the interview with Sacred Heart Cathedral.
My name is Oren Brick. I'm a junior.
My name is Gianluca Potente, and I'm a senior.
My name is Harpreis Evans, and I'm a senior.
I'm Maya Falzer, and I'm a senior. For me personally, one of my biggest key takeaways was the importance of nutrition and fueling properly, because without it you can't run. So I definitely learned that lesson.
For me, it was definitely relying on your teammates, because especially during cross country, it can get really rough, and being a junior and having just a lot of stuff to do, it was really stressful. So being able to rely on my teammates and talk to them and laugh with them was really important.
Being consistent overall, with sleep, nutrition, and your mileage over the week was definitely my biggest takeaway from the season last year.
Kind of similar to what he said, I think consistency was also one of the biggest things I learned, because back in my freshman year, I really just wasn't putting the work in the same as I did last year. I think I'm most excited to travel back down to Mount Sac, because I didn't have the best race there last year personally, so I think it'll be fun to have another shot at it.
I'm excited beating all my PRs and almost more importantly, beating my friends. A little healthy competition, never hurt anybody, so I'm excited.
I'm really excited to be a senior and be leading this team and trying to beat my PRs from junior year and hopefully making state as a team.
I'm really excited to go back to Crystal Springs. We go there a lot every year, so I'm really hoping to PR on that course. My favorite workout is 6x8s. We do it once for cross country and once for track, and it's the biggest workout of the season. And Coach Andy has spreadsheets of all of our times, so it's a super organized workout, and it's really good for improving speed.
My favorite is probably Power Thousands because we do it in the park, and so you're able to like distract yourself, and it's really nice because it's a lot of like running a consistent pace for the first 800, and then the last 200 you can speed it up and try to give everything you have.
I agree with Harper that the Power Thousands are my favorite because I have a teammate named Liam who we always are really competitive with that one workout because it's so close and it's just such a good time.
Same as what Maya said, I love the 6x800s just because we like keep spreadsheets of all of our past times and stuff, so you can really compare how much faster you've gotten over the years.
Cool. Nobody's a fan of the strawberry hill repeats. Got it. All right, and favorite place to eat?
Hands down, In-N-Out, like after a race. It just hits.
In-N-Out on the way back from Mount Sac always is the best.
I would say Panda Express, especially the chow mein, orange chicken, and honey walnut shrimp. That's the best combo.
I also love Chinese, but I love dim sum, so I love going to Dumpling Time. There's like 2 locations in San Francisco.
All right, thank you guys very much, and good luck the rest of your season, all right?
Thank you.
Really want to thank Todd for all of his work this summer visiting schools and conducting these really professionally well done interviews. They're really great. I went to a few cross country practices also. I went to Grant High School, which is located in Portland, Oregon, and they were having a practice the day before a time trial against another school in their league called Lincoln High School in Portland. And it was going to be at Grant High School. And so the athletes simulated how to get ready for a race, how to warm up for the race, changing their shoes, racing shoes, getting to the starting line and learning how to start, going over the course. And so I have pictures from the practice. Also, you'll see an interview with athletes after the practice was over. So let's check out the practice and the interview with Grant High School. I'm with the Grant Generals. They did a little run through of tomorrow's time trial against Lincoln High School. And let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Raina, and I'm going to be going into 12th grade.
I'm Bree, and I'm going to senior year.
I'm Vivica, and I'm going into senior year.
I'm Sophia, and I'm going to be a senior.
Yeah.
Sophia, what do you like about summer practices or just summertime with the Grant Generals cross country team?
Probably my favorite part about summer training is that it's just a space where I can run with my friends.
I really like how it makes me feel, and I feel really more fit and in shape for the season.
I like having a reason to wake up early and get a workout done at the beginning of the day.
Yeah, I like getting back into the swing of running and just remembering that I'm a runner and getting back to it.
And then what do you look forward to in the fall? What are some things that you enjoy?
Honestly, a lot of things. I'm really looking forward to the Ultimate Mud Race, where 2 years ago and last year we paint ourselves blue completely from head to toe. So I'm excited for that again, and I'm excited to get back to racing with my friends and pack racing and all that.
I'm gonna have to say the same thing. I really like the Ultimate Run. I love, again, painting myself, and I love that bus ride home where I get to spend 2 hours just talking with my friends, and it's just good fun.
Yeah, I also like Ultimate, but I'd say my favorite thing about it is just having a really good community. You really make a lot of friends on this team, and yeah, it's great.
Something I'm looking forward to, I would say, is probably our pre-district pasta dinner.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really nice.
And then the last question is, where do you like to get something to eat, and what do you get?
I drink a lot of coffee, so I'd say probably Grand Central, or there's this place on Alberta called Proud Mary something. It's really good. Oh, and I get a cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
I really like Pizzeria Otto, and I get the happy hour margarita pizza.
My favorite is Sushi Chio, which is like right down the street from here, and I like to walk after practice with my friends and just go get a few rolls.
Yeah, I also like Sushi Chio. I'm oftentimes the friend she's walking with to go, and yeah, we usually get, usually I get the like nigiri sushi, like the salmon one. It's pretty good.
All right. Well, thank you. I just want to also point out you guys are unflappable. We've had this dog at your feet the whole time, and you guys just kept going. Go Generals. Have a great season. Thank you. We are with the Grant Generals. They are going to do a big time trial tomorrow with Lincoln High School, and they're kind of doing a run through how the races or time trial is going to be tomorrow. And let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Emmett, and I'm a senior.
I'm Simi, I'm a senior.
I'm James, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Flynn, and I'm a senior.
I'm Rowan, and I'm a senior.
I'm Jack, and I'm a senior.
Eddie, and I'm a junior.
Eddie, what do you enjoy about the summer?
I enjoy the warm weather and a lot of free time.
Okay, what about with the cross country team?
Yeah, I just enjoy seeing people that I go to school with, but I wouldn't get to normally see during the summer. So it's great.
What do you enjoy about the cross country summer?
I really like that it keeps you to a schedule, because if I didn't have to wake up at like 7 o'clock, I'd probably be staying up late. And I wake up at 7 for school, so it keeps me on track.
I definitely like getting to run with my friends, and staying a little healthier over the summer.
I really like running while the weather's really nice in the summer.
I really like running with the people I already know and creating new connections with people that I haven't met before.
I like being able to see people that I wouldn't usually see.
I like kind of the structure to it.
And then what do you look forward to in the fall season?
I look forward to improving and seeing my teammates improve.
I look forward to supporting my teammates in the race.
Yeah.
This is your first year.
Yeah. Really creating a good team culture and running some fast times.
I look forward to getting maybe some PRs and then finishing off my senior year.
I look forward to all the big meets with like a bunch of schools around the state, and especially NXR.
I like, of course, racing, and then just getting to spend time with my friends outside of school, but they kind of have to be there.
I'm looking forward to seeing like improvement from my previous years with cross country.
And then where do you like to go eat around here? What do you get?
There's this place near here called Laughing Planet. They have pretty good burritos.
Okay.
There's a place up by Beaumont, and I like to it's called Bagel Land, and I get bagel sandwiches there.
I really like to get a slider combo from Dave's Hot Chicken.
I love the classic from Killer Burger.
I like Taste Tickler. It's down by Irvington. They've got really good sandwiches.
I haven't eaten out in a while, but I like Grand Central.
Post me, I like to go Chipotle.
Chipotle, all right. What do you get at Chipotle?
Usually a bowl.
A bowl, okay. Yeah. Oh, there you guys are right here. Hey, go Generals. Good luck this season. Thank you. Thank you. The next practice you'll see is with Knappa High School. Knappa is a 2A school in Oregon. 2A is a smaller division. There's 6 divisions in Oregon. The boys were the champions last year of the 2A cross country level, and so they're hoping to defend that this year. Knappa High School is located along the Columbia River, as the Columbia River is exiting Oregon and Washington into the Pacific Ocean. So pretty close to the coast, but still part of the Columbia River area. And they went not too far from their hometown to a place called Fort Stevens State Park at a campground for a few days of camp, team bonding, And when I was there that morning, they were doing a 3,000 meter time trial just to see where their fitness was. And so you'll see pictures and video of that, and then we'll interview them about the team and their summer. I'm with the Knappa loggers. They just finished a time trial, 3,000 meter time trial here at Fort Stevens Park up here in the corner of Oregon. Let's introduce our loggers.
My name is Roddy Justice, and I'm going to be a junior.
My name is Kyle Rodriguez, and I'm going to be going to sophomore.
My name is Paul Thompson, and I'm going to be a senior this year.
My name is Zoe Lackey, and I will be a junior this year.
My name is Tegan Ryan, and I'm going to be a sophomore this year.
Tegan, what is something you look forward to that you enjoy during the summertime?
I like being able to run with my friends.
I also like to run with my friends.
I like working hard and running with my teammates.
Long runs with teammates.
I really like taking ice baths after going on long runs.
Nice. What?
Favorite's probably going to state and like staying the night in the hotel room.
Mm-hmm. Mine is also going to state.
I'm going to state.
Also going to state.
Also going to state.
Okay, now tell me where you like to eat when you're done with practice or whatever, whenever you have free time.
I like to go to the Fort George.
Where's that?
It's in Astoria.
And what do you like to get there?
A burger.
Okay. What do you get there? Burger. We're burger fans. All right. Your favorite restaurant is home? Nice. Where's that? And what? Okay. What is there a special kind of pizza you get? Pepperoni. Okay.
And I also love go together.
Go together. All righty. So we'll look forward. It sounds like everybody likes to go to the state meet. So we'll see you in Lane Community College in Eugene in November. All right. Go long. The last interview that you'll see is with the athletes from the Wildwood running program. This is a program that supports female athletes, particularly high school female athletes. And they have these little like summer runs at Leif Erikson, which is a pretty awesome trail in a park near a huge park actually, Forest Park near downtown Portland. And I've gone to one of these practices before. This is my second time seeing the athletes run up and down this trail. And so you'll see some video of them running and then pictures. And also I interviewed athletes after the run was over. You'll notice with all of these interviews, Todd and myself started asking the questions, where would you like to eat? That was really fun to listen to all the different answers. It's fun to hear it from the Washington perspective and then California and then Oregon perspective. It's been really fun meeting the athletes this summer, and we're looking forward to meeting them during the season. Speaking of the season, when the Wildwood running clip is over, we'll go right into our interview with Thor Esbensen. He's the head coach at Ida B. Wells here in Portland, and he kind of gives us a kind of a preview of what we could look for in the fall season here in the state of Oregon. We'll have different interviews with different experts throughout the West Coast, in the next few weeks. So look for that. But we'll start off with Oregon, who started their season as I'm speaking this week with their practices, and will pretty soon have their first races coming up next week. And so let's talk to the athletes at Wildwood Running, and then when that is over, let's talk to Thor about the state of Oregon in 2026 cross-country season. I'm with the Wildwood runners here. They went on a run on Leif Erikson, and they're from different schools, and so we're going to find out their names and their grade and what school they go to.
My name's Brooklyn. I go to Central Catholic, and I'm going to be a freshman.
My name's Megan. I'm going to be a senior at St. Mary's.
My name's Petula. I'm going to be a junior at St. Mary's.
My name's Lauren. I'm going to be a senior at Tolson.
So Lauren, what did you enjoy about this summer? It's almost over.
I had a really great time just spending a lot of time with my team. Summer practices are like my favorite. We did a lot of team bonding, and I think that was really enjoyable, making our hair ribbons and stuff. So, yeah.
I think my favorite part about summer training is that I can really connect with people that are at different paces than me. So especially on my easy runs, I can run with people that aren't necessarily in my pace group that I'm going to be training with in the actual season.
I love getting to meet all the new members of our team, and kind of like the tool side, just like getting to know people and team bonding and stuff.
I really like team camp and just bonding with my teammates over like hard runs and workouts.
Where was your team camp?
Settle Lake.
Okay. Let me ask you about, now you're a freshman, so what are you looking forward to this fall?
I'm just looking forward to new races and just seeing what this group of girls can do and put out there.
Okay.
I'm excited for, just races. We're going to go to a couple new courses this year, which I'm really excited to do because we do a couple of the same courses, but I'm excited to see the new ones.
Okay.
I'm really excited to race a 3K because surprisingly I've only raced a 3K once in freshman year, so I'm excited to see how much I've improved.
I'm also really excited for a lot of our new races, and we have a lot of new faces on our girls team this year, so I'm really excited to see how everybody does and see what kind of team we can put together and watch everybody grow with all their new goals and stuff. So.
Okay, last question is, where do you like to eat or drink, and what do you like to eat or drink when you are at these places?
I really like to go to Jamba Juice or any kind of like Mexican place after races.
I really like going to Moberry and getting an acai bowl.
Shout out to Spielman's Bagels down in Multnomah Village. They have really good egg and cheese sandwiches. That or my mom's cooking.
Oh, that's nice.
I really like New York City pizza, and I like cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza. All right, I'm gonna back up here and run into the biker. All right, thanks a lot, and have a great season.
Thank you. Hey, we're happy to have Thor back. Hey, how was your summer?
Oh, a blast. A lot of downtime, a lot of team time. We had a wonderful team camp. We're fired up and ready for the season, though. So here we go, Monday.
Here we go. We have you on, and Thor, by the way, is at Ida B. Wells in Portland. And we have you on to talk about some 10 athletes, boys and girls, and some teams that we should keep an eye on this fall. This is not necessarily the absolute list because there could be kids that may have been injured this summer and may not be ready. There could be kids that have moved here. Like I want to mention two kids that moved recently, the Heiler twins.
Yeah.
Hewler twins?
Yeah, I think it was Hyler.
The Heiler twins went to Lake Ridge High School a couple years ago from Nevada. I had no idea who they were, and they show up and dominate. Carter Cutting, I didn't realize he was from Wilsonville, but he went to Utah, and then he came back to Wilsonville. But I didn't know he was not. I didn't realize he was from Wilsonville, but he moved back. And then 3 years ago, I went to the night meet, and this young lady named Ellery Lincoln just destroyed the field, didn't know who she was. So we
Yeah.
apologize to all those athletes that are like that are moving here or grew 3 inches in the summer and stronger now, or incoming freshmen. But these are the kids based on last year's results, and so we'll tell you what we know.
Yeah, with respect, a returner's analysis. There
Yeah.
will be unknowns, which is one of the most exciting things about sport, period, is
Right.
who shows up, who did work that we didn't know about.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk about the kids that we know about.
Okay, let's talk about the gals first, the women. They all go first at the state meet. That's how you decided to start with them. And so, who are
Yeah.
some gals that we should keep an eye on?
Well, Oregon, I continue to believe, how do they say that? Can out punches their weight class.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of people that live here. Big
So
state
yeah,
physically,
based
but not a lot of people.
yeah, I mean, based on our population, our distance athletes are exceptional. I mean, maybe we can lead off with Ellery just because we're going to talk about her.
Yeah.
But what an exceptional athlete, and even a more wonderful human. But
Mhm.
finishing fifth in
The world.
the U20 worlds. A lot of those athletes at U20, those are from Europe. Those are professional athletes who have been on professional teams. From the United States, these are a lot of kids who are, freshmen, sophomore in college. There are a lot of kids that are, older, more experienced athletes. And Ellery, you have to remember, she's entering her senior season. She
Right.
was a high school junior, and finished fifth in the world at U20. So
we have
yeah,
Ellery Lincoln, and I always like to say this, my last year saying this, Ellery Lincoln of Lincoln
from Lincoln.
is one to watch. That's an easy one. She's
Yeah.
going to be one to watch in the country too.
Absolutely. Well, it'll be interesting to see. She has to be coming in with a lot of confidence, and she's got a great ability. Even though she's kind of been dialed in those track races, man, I don't want to be next to her with half a mile to go in a cross country race.
Mhm.
So
906 in the 3000, so she's got bona fides and longer distance too. That's the 5,000 here in Oregon.
yeah, I can't remember if you were there or not, Ken. But I was standing there watching that race happen, and I was like,
Oh yeah, that was your dual meet. You're the
yeah,
dual meet guy.
yeah, yeah, we were the other side of that. It was nonsensical. I was just watching it happen, just like I can't imagine. Wow, this is amazing. Just she just developed such an amazing level of composure. So
Yes.
okay, so we know Ellery Lincoln. She's a national platform. I think some of the other athletes to look for. Boy, I'm excited to see South Eugene, Evangeline Johnson-Hess, in her second year, made some great jumps.
I was at Brooks, and she said they interviewed her. She won the mile.
Yeah.
Freshman mile.
Yeah.
That's like a national freshman mile,
Yeah.
right? And she got on the microphone and says, "How do you attribute to all the success?" Well, my head coach.
Yeah.
And then Jeff was right there.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, that's so sweet." Because she could have said grandpa. And I was like, "Oh,
Right. They do have a wonderful relationship. Talking to Jeff at a couple of meets, I just like the way that they seem to have, as you alluded to, I'm coach, and I also happen to be, grandpa on the side. So she ran great her freshman year in cross country. Also had a fantastic track season with a summer of consistent training. Boy, that's a dangerous name. I think one of the things that we will allude to as we go through here, the the ability to cover different distances. I mean, these are women who have been on 4x4s, 800 races, 1500s, 3000s. There's a very diverse group of athletes. You know, I mean, you go into Naomi Caesar that just ran at U20s as well.
I have to tell you, I prepared to see that. I go, wait a minute.
Yeah,
She's in
I
this
know
race.
her.
I know her. She ran for the Philippines and was in this big time under 20 race.
Yeah. And runs fantastic, a ton of strength. A lot of these athletes are, bringing a ton of strength from their speed races and bringing that to the strength of cross country races. Eleanor Wyatt out of West Lynn has continued to just have this steady incline and improvement.
She could have, we're not allowed to triple in Oregon, but she could have easily made the state meet in all three events.
Absolutely. Hands down. Yep. And her coaches are doing a wonderful job guiding her through that and her league is so challenging.
Yeah.
But those are a lot of 6A athletes, and we can kind of go on with some more of those 6A athletes, but 5A continues to just rise again and again in Oregon for 20 years. Justin Loftus at Crater, we'll talk about again later on the men's side, but his women are doing incredible stuff. With their number one, Bryn Davenport, is continues to impress on every metric. Going right up against those Summit girls, Caldera, the newer high school in Bend, Oregon, with Maddie Carney.
She won the state meet last year.
Yeah, convincingly.
Yeah.
She looked very strong. In Oregon, we have that 300 meter on the track and kind of that 100 meters beforehand.
Yeah.
So we kind of get to see very honestly when those athletes are competing, who's kind of carrying the race, and sometimes those races come down to those seconds, but we get to see that firsthand of that last 300. It's pretty exciting.
It's really fun. I know some people, purists, will say you should never run a cross country meet on a track, but the rest of the cross country course is legitimately cross country. It's on bark dust and it rains here, so it's soft. And then the kids get on that track and they're just either really strong and they're amazing, or they run out of gas. It's just a really hard course.
Yeah, I will consider it honest.
Yeah, I mean, I know you would say like, oh, Mount Sac's really hard. It's really hilly. It's not hilly like that, but it's just the fact that it rains here and the bark dust absorbs the rain. Maybe if you ran it today, it'd be different, but in November, it's a lot of work.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's starkly different from the NXN course that we have out here in Portland that is through a marsh and then up two steep hills and then into a muddy straightaway.
Yeah, it's a mess. Yeah.
But back to the athletes. There are so many incredible athletes coming back this year. Those are kind of some of the athletes that caught my attention.
Okay.
If you don't mind me.
Ella Henthorn of Coquille last spring.
She's fantastic and had a great spring. I think she's going to come back and looks to cap off an amazing run of events that she's been going through.
And she's in 3A, is that right?
So they run 1A, 2A, 3A together.
I went and visited Knappa the other day, and they said they're separating the girls the 1A, 2 like the boys are. With like Molly Schoolmeister, another 3A athlete, right?
Yeah, so Molly, whose sister was amazing when she went through, and up at Washington now, correct?
Yep, correct.
And
Huskies.
Yeah, so they continue to push forward at Banks. Their girls look to be amazing and bounce back just as strong as they were last year. it'll be interesting to see in some of those divisions. I think it looks like the Banks girls look to be dominant. We'll see if our friend Chris Johnson at Sahisla agrees.
Mhm.
His boys look poised. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
His boys look amazing on the other side of that 3A coin. But so I mean, I think there's in some of those big races, there's another couple of big names that are popping in there, and we'll see how they compete. The athlete from Franklin High School in Oregon, Allison Fajardo, continues to be impressive in high-level competition. A very strong athlete with a very commanding finishing speed. So another athlete to watch out for, especially when you have a state meet that finishes on a 300-meter track.
Yep.
So, and then Miley Morikal, another athlete from Caldera,
Right.
is has a namesake. Her brother was a fantastic runner out here. So another great athlete with great finishing speed. So I think that's one of the things that our state meet will be very different, and the betting app will change.
Is it Polymarket or
Polymarket, yeah.
FanDuel?
Yeah. That will change.
I don't think you're allowed to wager, but I think I can.
Yeah. Well, as a mathematician, I will not be wagering, but
okay.
Yeah, our state meet changes quite a bit based on the weather, and I know that's the nature of that time of year. But if we have a sloppy first 3 miles, depending on how athletes attack that, versus if we have kind of a dry, even footing. Either way, getting to that track is kind of the objective. And once you get to that track, I mean, you've seen it 100 times, championships are won and lost in that last 300 meters, just based
Very
on how
dramatic. Yes. So there's a berm, and so fans are there, coaches are there too, and you can watch some amazing, breathtaking finishes. People run out of gas, people have another gear. It's pretty exciting. It's really you can really view it. And also not just the winners and losers, it's also, you can see the team battles too, with the fourth and fifth runners. And you see, you can see, I think we're talking about the teams. You were talking about Banks being strong in the 3A. You could have for instance, Summit girls are always very strong, but Crater girls are always very strong. But now you just mentioned 2 Caldera girls who are low sticks. That's really helpful at a state meet. I mean, there's some 5A will be really interesting. And who do you have to look in the 6A that might be strong?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a wild year again. The Lincoln girls look to be Portland, Oregon with Ellery. Anytime that year's quote unquote scoring 4, that's beneficial. That's not a given by any means. The Jesuit girls look very strong again, returning.
They return a lot of girls. Yeah, they've been kind of quiet the last few years, but it looks like they've returned a lot of girls and to be back doing their thing.
They're very strong. The West Lynn girls are, based off, returning cross country runners, and what they did in track and field look to be ready to go. So there are certainly programs ready to go. I don't get the feeling that there's a clear favorite right now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how things play out. I think the top 5-ish teams look to be able to put themselves on the podium. You might even stretch that to the top 6 teams. You look at South Eugene. They rose very quickly last year. They went 1 through 7 at their district meet last year. They returned almost all those girls. Yeah. And again, respect to Jeff Hess coming back and coaching them up. I mean, he's a maestro. We'll see what he's got cooking for them. But yeah, Sunset girls look strong. They've got a great leader. They've always got good girls backing them up. Sherwood girls are incredibly strong. Very.
Yeah.
especially based off their track times. They had a very impressive track season. Yeah, I think it's an exciting year. A lot of opportunity for teams to, make a strike, see what they can do.
Yeah, and even though it looks fairly even, what if like two really hot, fast freshman girls enter the campus, and then all of a sudden that just changes everything? We just don't know. I don't know that very well. My daughters ran at Bowerman and ran at Holy Trinity like 15 years ago, and I was on, hey, the Donahue girls are coming and Paige Rice is coming. I knew that stuff. Even, I just because they ran with those kids, but I don't keep up on the middle school as well as I should. But so we'll see. Let's see what happens on the girls' side. Well, let's go to the boys' side. Uh,
Sure.
I was talking to somebody the other day. We went to the Portland Fire game. It was very fun. And he asked me who are the teams that could make it to NXN, and I said, well, it'll be challenging for some of the Oregon girls to make NXN, but I don't think the Northwest is particularly strong. They could have a team or two go. I know that the Seahome girls are really good. But on the boys' side, we have some very, very good NXN, and those only two teams. It's possible we could even have like maybe not large team. I don't know, but there's some really good teams in the boys and some really strong returners that have NXN experience too. And I want to mention too, before we go any further, like another surprise athlete last year was the athlete from Warrington High School.
Oh, yeah.
Who, if we did this last year, I don't know if we would have mentioned him as one of the top runners. So, some kids have really great summers.
Yeah.
We'll see. But based on what we know last year, who are some boys that we should look out for?
Geez. Massive respect to the women. They've got some incredible opportunities going on. There's a lot of drama, a healthy drama on the men's side of things. So DieStat just released their summer top 10. Who knows what that means?
Yeah, just good.
But 4 Pacific Northwest teams were in that top 10.
Right.
So Coeur d'Alene, that was projected to go to NXN last year and came down with a stomach illness team-wise at the NXR, which allowed Lincoln to capitalize and get through to NXN. They're returning a lot of great athletes. Lincoln themselves are returning essentially all of their athletes except for number 3. So again, they're returning a healthy team, and they finished 20th in the nation. Summit had a fantastic track season, as did Crater actually. So Summit and Crater really showed a ton of growth over the track season, and they've got to go at each other in 5A for that state title, and then come back at NXR. But all of those teams have low sticks. Garrett Fott at Crater is just running out of his mind. Summit has 2 kids that are running on a next level. Crater's got a transfer from Nevada that's going to add. Yeah.
Oh my! You are an insider. Whoa.
Well, I think if there's one thing I could hope for Oregon, it's that Crater got another elite athlete. I think that is all of us.
They sure need somebody, that's for sure. Well, that will change things, won't it? Gosh, man. They return just about everybody, don't they? I mean, I went to a meet in Los Angeles and I saw Max Miracle run a 1500, I think. And I'm like, this is in July. I'm like, these guys get after it,
Yep. They all go, those guys. It's amazing. So yeah, the on the boys side, preseason, I guess, polling has 4 of the Northwest teams in the top 10 of the nation. And
wow,
a lot of the contemporaries next door, you're looking at American Fork and, some of those teams that aren't that far from us as well.
Yeah.
In that mix. As far as, individuals go, a lot of those individuals are on those teams. And had fantastic track seasons. I didn't track how far some of those kids went postseason necessarily, but guys like Garrett Fott from Crater had a fantastic sophomore campaign. He looked formidable for sure. Blankenship from Summit looked amazing in a lot of his endeavors.
Yeah, he won the 3,000 at the state meet, I mean, that which is like was loaded.
Loaded.
Yeah, with Garrett Fott, and you'll talk probably about another person from his team in a few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So those guys are in 5A coming back, and they're fantastic. We've also got an Oregon legend in Shibata from South Eugene, state champion in cross last year, state champion in the 1500 lot. These kids are coming. The resumes these kids are coming in with is almost comical, in the sense that they're still in high school. Lincoln has a ridiculous lineup with athletes, just popping off at every level. Peter James had a fantastic state meet in cross last year. Malcolm Dimoff showed up big time last year in cross, has some great performances in track and field.
Yeah, like Peter James in particular had an amazing track season. Like he's gone another level, which something that Lincoln may have lacked last year was the low, the person that can finish third in a state meet or something like that. They had a great pack, but yeah, Malcolm Dimoff, Peter James, that's the kind of stuff you need at NXR, getting those low numbers. So
yeah, and Peter's such a great person. I don't mean to keep saying this about all these kids are so amazing when you get to know them. Their names on the paper, and then you meet them in person. You're like, you're just such a great person to be around. Peter's such a great kid. His he'll forgive me for saying this. I think his state track meet didn't go the way that he wanted to, but his performances during track
were crazy good.
We're up there. And
Yeah.
I think some people might have missed out on that he was an exceptional cross country runner last year, but what he did in indoor and outdoor, said, he's like, as you said, he put himself in the
national conversation. 351 in the 15, 820 in the 3,000. Those are legit times. He was a junior when he did that.
Yeah.
The improvement you can make as a boy every year is, he can get a lot better than even that. It's just,
yeah.
And then also Malcolm is really close to the same times, 355, 823. They really stepped it up during track season, and not that they did in cross country, but now they're like contenders to be individual 6A champions with the defending champion Yusuke in the race. So it's Malachi Schoner was the defending champion as a junior, and then as a sophomore becomes a junior, which is Yusuke. It's so competitive. Yeah.
Well, and then having Faisal Ibrahim, coming in behind those guys, he's ready to roll in that 6A race.
Yeah,
I would like to see
David Douglas. Yep,
David Douglas. Yeah, in Portland, Oregon. Great family. I wouldn't want to see him with 600 meters to go. He's great. He's got great finishing speed. Lincoln again brings back another kid in Seth Kugel, who was right there at the top of the ranks. And he had a great track season as well. Like Lincoln's going to be formidable. When you start looking, the state meet's going to be quite a challenge for a number of teams. Whether you're talking about Bandon in the 1A, 2A, the Bandon boys had quite a challenge with, was it the Knappa team last year that was so strong?
Knappa was state champions. Yep.
And then Sayusla had a whole band of sophomores last year that ran amazing at the state meet. They all come back as juniors. Team-wise, that's going to be a battle in those divisions. I do think that 5A is going to steal a lot of the attention when we start getting to it. that battle between Crater and Summit is going to be heated. And those are teams that have met each other numerous times over the last 20 years. And I mean, on paper, it's 1-1. I mean, I don't know what you're seeing on your side, but those Crater kids and Summit kids both had breakout track seasons. The Lincoln boys looked fantastic. Jesuit always reloads. I just, it'll be interesting. There were some kids that had breakout years. Always interesting to see how the race plays out with Paul Rectanu from Tigard.
I have to confess to you, I was doing research for this, and I like Paul very much. I see Paul all the time. He won the 800 2 years ago, so I assumed at 6A you can't win the 800 when you're a sophomore. You got to do it when you're a junior. So I just thought last year when he won it again for the second year in a row, that he was a senior. And then I started, like researching for this recording. He is a senior this year.
Yes.
So he's going to be totally confident and ready to rumble.
Well, again, I mean, depending on how these guys handle the race, I mean, you've got some real speed demons hanging out. I mean, if you're sitting there at 600 to go and you've got 12 guys there, I don't know if I want to.
You get on the track and he's there. Yeah, you're in trouble.
We talked last spring going into the season about what was the sophomore boys class.
Right.
They're all now juniors now. If you look through that top list, there's a lot of great juniors coming into this season. Over here at Ida B. Wells, we had George Laura. We lost him for the track season, but
he's back. How's he feeling?
Oh, he looks great.
All right.
He feels great. He looks great. He ran 840 as a freshman.
Wow.
And so he's going to be a guy that I think will be in the game. Jacques Lavier of the Lavier family.
Yes, there's many of them. Yes.
The last one coming through. He
okay.
looks to be breaking, really building some strength there. Clayton Hero from
1-2 punch.
Yeah, I mean, they're just
That's going to be an amazing 5A race at the state meet.
Yeah.
But you have the boy from North Eugene that he's 5A for sure, and he'll be in that race too.
Oh, he's exceptional as well. So
Shawnee McInnes, who I saw him run at Nike Outdoors, looked really great. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And then all those Crater kids. You got the new boy from Nevada. You got Maxwell Miracle.
Yeah.
And then I went to Portland Track Festival, and Ryder White is like the 4th or 5th fastest 5,000 meter time for a freshman in Oregon, or maybe the 2nd fastest behind one of his alums, Josiah Tostenson. So
it's just it should be a lot of fun. I think that 5A race is really going to be something to watch. You've got that incredible mix of team talent and individual exceptionalism, and it'll be interesting to see how Carrie Strang and Justin Loftus decide to attack that race. Are they going to just go after it? Are they
have to
going
go
to
to
play cat and mouse?
Plus, they have Spokane the next week.
Right. And both of them are favorites to be in contention at NXR. Do you try and it'll be a lot of fun.
I do this West Coast thing, and 4 teams from California made it. They got 2 at-large bids. A bit of an upset. I didn't think they would get 4. 2, the 2 that make it automatically, and 2 at-large bids. But I think the Northwest is going to take one of their at-large bids. So that's a lot. A Coeur d'Alene. The kids up in Washington will give a shout out to Meade High School, which is another strong program, who will be racing at home in Spokane. Gosh, it's going to be real. Like Lincoln, Crater, Summit.
Well, it'll be interesting too because those teams are traveling. So Crater's going to go down and race Clovis, and Lincoln's going to go all the way to Arkansas to run Chili Pepper. Some of these teams are trying to build that national profile
Right.
in making an argument for those at
Right.
large.
So if by chance you finish third, they can match them up with other teams and say, well, they beat so and so, and
How they stack up
they
against Bell and Christian.
qualified in the South section. Yeah, that's very smart to go to places to match up. That's smart at both schools. Yeah, absolutely. I know that Creer loves the Woodbridge Invitational too, and so they get a chance to run against.
But they're good at traveling. I mean, they're kind of tucked in where they're at. So I think there's kind of an idea if you're gonna get out, get all the way out.
Yeah, yeah. 2 years ago, I saw them at Woodbridge, and then 3 weeks later, I saw them at Clovis, and so that's good to get the exposure. That's what the thing I mean, get on the Let's Run reader boards, and that's the thing they'll argue is like they, so and so race somebody here and they beat them, so therefore, that kind of thing. So it's cross country is hard, it's the courses are different. It's just so hard to.
Absolutely.
Well, Coach, I appreciate you coming on and giving us some good information. I'm excited for the season. Where does IW Wells open their season?
We'll be at the Grant. What are they calling it now? It's the Great Afternoon Meet. It's a replacement. On their campus. So we'll be out at a new Grant invite, and then we'll be at our PIL preview, and then we'll see everybody out at the Muck, I believe, is kind of how we're rolling it out.
All right. Well, good. Well, Coach, we look forward to seeing you throughout the season, and keep up the research, and we'll talk to you as the season goes along.
Okay. Well, hope to be back on someday with you.
Oh, yeah, you'll be back on. We got you.
Appreciate it. Thanks everyone.
Coach. I want to give a big thanks to Thor for coming on and giving us kind of his view of what athletes we should look for. One of his athletes is his own athlete, which is really fun. And we know that kids, as we mentioned in this interview, that kids athletes worked really hard this summer and were not mentioned, and they're going to show us what they can do, and we'll take their picture and we'll highlight them. And there's athletes that may have moved from another part of the country. We'll highlight them too. And also incoming freshmen that we didn't really know about, but we will know about them as the season goes along. So we'll make sure we cover all that. So sorry if you didn't hear your name on this episode. And that goes the case when we go to California and we interview and talk about Washington. We'll do the best we can based on the information we had the previous year and also from track season 2. So hope you enjoy the previews that we'll be doing. I hope you enjoyed Oregon's preview because Oregon is in the West Coast. And as you know, the West Coast is the best coast. See you next time.